Good afternoon. Oh boy, just look at you. Look at me. He's getting right now.
Just coffee, John?
Nope.
How about whiskey? What he's got?
That's after 5 o'clock only.
What do you think about working with Mohamed Sanu so far?
It's been a good week. It's been a fun to get to know him. I've watched him for a long time, and always impressed by his abilities, his attitude, and it's just been great to have him out there. So hopefully, get him up to speed as fast as possible. And everyone's working hard. It's going to be a big challenge for us. Good team we're playing against. Very talented, good at corner, very athletic linebackers, great front. Myles Garrett's one of the best players in the league, so it's going to be a great test for us.
See a guy that you saw, you said you've been watching him a long time, you saw and thought, hey, that guy has a lot of skills that would transfer to our offense.
I've watched a lot of football over a long period of time, so I watch a lot of tape, and I'm basically familiar with every player in the league, especially a receiver. So,
is there a routine that you go through when you've got a new guy coming in that you try it's the same for each new guy to try to figure out how you can best connect with them, whether it's watching them on film before?
Yep. Not really. I wouldn't say there's anything like a routine per se. It's just them trying to really get up to speed with what we're doing, and that's probably based on what their overall football IQ is and how quickly they can assimilate into a new scheme, understand the routes. I don't think there's many routes we run that are different than what other teams in the NFL run. It's just how you call them and how they're combined with other things. So that's it.
How tough is it to see Josh go on IR, and I'm kind of amazed at how many receivers you've had here from day one of training camp till about now?
Yeah, it's just you just got to adjust the best you can, and that's just the way it's been this year. So sometimes it's like that at other positions. This year it's been that way at receiver. It's been that way at O-line some years, running back some years. But we're just doing the best we can to try to make it work. So I think the thing we're trying to do is just improve every week, try to get a little bit better and understand each other a little bit more. And but it's good to win in the meantime.
Tough to see Josh go down.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mention on Sanu, just that it's been
Yep.
a good week.
Yep.
What makes it a good week when you talk about building that connection with him?
I think it's his willingness to embrace this opportunity, and he brings a lot of juice, so it's good to have. It's good to see someone that's competitive. If obviously I watched him, but if you watch him play, he plays with an attitude. He's got a little chip on his shoulder too, so I think we can relate to each other, and he can relate to a guy like Julian because he was often overlooked in his career, and I think he plays that way.
You kind of get you excited when you work with a guy like that to see that right away initially when you get out on the practice field to keep going and hey, yeah, let's keep this going. Does that get your juices flowing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. It's nice when everyone, I think you have the different relationships with different players, and there's a lot of guys that bring, and I've had a lot of them over the years. Their attitudes are contagious, and guy makes a play and it just gets everyone else hyped up. And there's guys like that on offense, defense, and that's what a great team's all about.
Tom, what makes Myles Garrett so scary?
He just has all the traits. He's got every move: speed, power, quickness, inside moves, around the edge. I think his effort too. I think he's got a credible motor, just to get around the edge, and even if he's chipped, double teamed, whatever it is, he just keeps going. And I think he pursues. He's just a great young player. So it's he's going to be trying to get me. So I got to try to figure out somewhere to go with the ball and get it out. But they cover well too. They got two really good corners in Brady and Ward, and they cover well. They got really great depth at safety. They've been a little injured at corner, but those guys are back now. So they got a very good defense.
When you guys play a primetime game, particularly, there's always a lot, even more media discussion around that game. And just around this last one, there was some media discussion about your future and sort of what that's going to lead to. How are you approaching that this year?
My contract situation hasn't changed in many months, so I don't know why it gets brought up now. I don't know. I think it's just hype, media, and everyone's trying to make money, and that's what it's about. So I don't get into it. I mean, honestly, my situation hasn't changed, so I'm just focused on what I'm always focused on, which is this week trying to be a great quarterback for this team. And as I said the other day, things happen at the right times, but this isn't the right time.
You get tired of it, Tom?
True
Or
final
it's just
questions?
like, I mean, you're a human being, and
I'm a 42-year-old man, man.
Yeah.
Get tired. No. It's just part of it's just I don't know. Part of it's just being being Tom Brady, I guess.
Tom, miserable, Tom's a miserable rainy forecast this weekend. You played in bad weather before and played well. Just wondering
Yeah.
how much of a factor is weather when you look at all this rain and coming this weekend?
You're right. We played in it quite a bit and kind of worked on some wet ball stuff today, and just getting used to just what it is. You got to just up your concentration, and you really got to think about the center quarterback exchange, think about the handoffs, think about throwing the ball really accurately. It's just another level of concentration. So I think it just falls in the mental toughness bucket at the end of the day. And being here in New England, I think as we all know, we experience many different changes in weather very quickly, and just being outside practicing every day is good. Good for us.
You think it's an advantage because be playing outdoors all the time in crazy weather sometimes?
I like it. I think it helps us a lot. Against a team like Cleveland, they're probably in it a lot too. I mean, I think there's maybe some dome teams where it makes a little bit more of a difference, but I don't think against a team like Cleveland. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.